Hey YouTube, this is my shaddoll deck profile that I took to ARG Dallas this past weekend, and yeah, I just want to post on my list because this is one of the different versions. This is the shaddoll artifact version, which is becoming more popular, and I think it has a really good matchup against the meta right now, and I'll kind of explain that later, but right now I'll just go into it. So 3 math, it's pretty much a staple, and then I play 2 of each, guys. I didn't I had to make room for the artifact engine and stuff, and so it's a pretty big engine, so I ended up having to cut some guys. I was running 2 of each of the Beast and Squamato before, but I don't really miss it, and then I put in the second Falco to kind of help you keep your guys live. But yeah, it was all overall really good, and I didn't ever miss any of them. And then for Artifact Engine, 2 Scythe, the 1 Moral Attack, and 2 Bagel Attack. The reason I decided to play the artifacts was because I wanted to improve the Klee matchup, because that was like the hardest matchup for Denko dolls, which was what I was playing before. And basically you have 5 main deck MSTs, and then you can shut out things, and then Scythe is actually really good against the meta right now, like Burning Abyss. They can't go into their extra deck. And then same thing with like Satellanites, and yeah, and then even for Cleese, like they can't pendulum from their extra deck, so that's also really good too for stopping their really big pushes. And it just basically it was like a kind of meta thing. Plus, no one is playing like back row right now. Like even BA is playing like the trapless version with only 3 lake. And so it's just like its Dinko is not that great. I mean, granted it's like it's good against the Telenites and things like that, but I just felt like that even with this, like you had Scythe to stop their overlays, and so it was still good against them. And then 1 BLS because he wins games. And I played 3 Fusion, and then 3 El Shaddoll Fusion. Those are pretty standard. And then additional 3 Ignition and 2 MST. It was just really great all weekend to have like extra MSTs, and even in decks that don't play back row, you still have them for your artifact guys, so that's really good. Yeah, Ignition was just ridiculous all day. Then 1 Raigeki and 1 Snatch because they still games. Then I was playing 1 D-Fusion. I put this in day 2 after I bubbled day 1. And day 1, at the end, I was like X3-1 or something like that because, yeah, I lost to Rosti, who is a Satellanite player, and he's from ARG. We played like a backup feature match, and I lost to him. And then my other losses were just due to misplays. But, yeah, I thought the deck was really solid all day, and this card is really crazy too, because like some people are playing the BA with Mass Change, so this stops out Darklaw, and then also against Mirror Match, and then even if you just like El Shaddoll fusioning in battle phase, and then you have this too. So like let's say you have a construct and a BLS on field, and you attack, and then you use El Shaddoll fusion, and you fuse them, and then you attack again with another construct. So you get 1 construct effect, and then with this you get another construct effect and BLS back. It's ridiculous. And then even with your artifact guys, if you like fusion from deck and send like a Moral Attack, and then you have this set on your opponent's turn, you flip it up, and then you summon the Moral Attack or the Scythe or whatever, and then get its effect. So that's also really good. I might change it around. It was a Call of Haunted before in the event, but I dead drew out a couple times, and it wasn't that great. So it was just kind of a card I'm testing, and it's kind of like a slot you can play around with. And then I'm playing 3 Shadow games, which is really good because you're basically playing to go first, and this card helps you set up so much, and it was really good. It was never dead all day. And then games 2 and 3, I sided it out with like 1 Falco, so it's like a slot card, to side in your other traps and things or whatever you want. But it's really good game 1. And then 3 Sanctums. That's just standard. And then 1 core, And it was really funny because everybody, like, no one's playing artifacts right now, so everybody and their mother is like blind MSTing, and I was just like, all right, because like I had like so many people blind MST Scythe or blind MST like in Ignition or a Sanctum. It was really good. They learn really quickly, and then most of the time they side out their MSTs against you because you're playing artifacts. So then you side in all your traps and stuff, and so they can't remove them. So yeah, that's pretty good. I'll go into the extra deck. So, 1 token, 3 construct, and 2 windows, and 1 check. That's just all pretty standard. For Synchros, I was playing 1 Armades, 1 Goyo, 1 Arcanite, 1 Leo, and 1 Star Eater. I wasn't playing Psyhemoth. I actually needed a Goyo because it was big, and it got me to an OTK. Not playing Black Arts because I'm not playing Felice. The Star Eater is in here because it's an out to killer, and you make it by summoning Core, and then normal summoning like a Falco, or you have Falco on field or something like that. And you would think it wouldn't come up that often, but I actually made it twice, and it wasn't even to get over killer. So like, because Cleese can't even summon killer on me because I crushed them. But it was actually really good all day. Then 1 Castell and 1 Exciton for your rank 4s. Those are all the ones you need. I actually made both of them. 1 Pleiades for your artifacts, and then 1 M7 because he's good against diamond, and you have to like take out their diamond, you know, if you snatch it or do whatever to it. And then you can even put it over the Pleiades or something like that. Okay. So for the side deck, I sided 3 Maxis. Yeah, it was good. Sided that in a lot. 1 Thunder King. This actually wasn't in here day 1 because I had Vanities and Stormforths, but they weren't that great. I mean, they were alright, but most of the time you didn't draw them in pairs, and like I dead drew like 2 Stormforths in my opening hand 1 game, and it caused me to lose. But yeah, and then up until round 5, I was undefeated, and then I had no game losses, so it was looking like a really good day. But then, you know, Rosti came and beat me, and then I just started losing after that. Which I guess was bound to happen sometime. And then decided 2 more defusions because heroes were kind of popular at the event, and then like you don't want them to have a Dark Law, and even against mirror match. And then you can also side them in for like OTK pushes. And then 2 Econ, mostly because of diamond, because you want to take their diamond and overlay with M7, and different stuff, like you could side it in against Cleese to get over their big guys and push for damage. It's just a really good card. I just didn't want to main deck it, so I thought I would side it. 1 Dark Hole, mostly for diamond and Satellas and Cleese, to, you know, clear the board and be able to push through. MST and 3 Fairy Winds. Oops, that's not a Fairy Wind. There we go. 3 Fairy Winds. So the Fairy Winds were in there for Cleese, and then even Satellanites, because most of the time they side Shadow Mirrors and things like that, and then it hits their calls. So like, you just have this to wipe their boards, and you can either side this in against other matchups that side and Shadow Mirror against you, or like Skill Drain or something. And then I played 2 Skill Drain. I mean Breakthrough Skill. And I was borrowing 1 for the event, but basically this was helping your Satellite matchup. So shut down Diamond and against other, you know, things. But it was really good. Day 2 I entered a box tournament and I won the box, and I didn't lose a game in that one either. Actually no, I lost 1 game to Stellanites, and that was it. So it was a really good experience, and I learned a lot. And shaddoll I think it's a really solid deck, and I would definitely play it again. And this is the version I would play. I might mess around with the side deck a little bit depending on like the event and the meta. But yeah, so thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Please leave a comment and a like. And yeah, thank you for watching.